Hey y'all, Nickie Brown here. No matter where you are, what part of the world you are in, I hope that you are having a good day. So, I wanted to tell y'all about this date I went on. This was probably around 2006, 7, 8, maybe 2008, somewhere around in there, right? So, at the time, um, we had a show on public access in Greensboro, North Carolina, and it was called the Nickie Brown Variety Show. And basically, the first half of the show was like a cross between, the show was basically a cross between, like, say, the Oprah Winfrey Show and the Carol Burnett Show in my mind. That was the concept I wanted to go with. So, what I mean by that is the beginning of the show, I would dress more business casual, and I would interview unsigned local artists. I would sit in a chair, they would sit on a couch, and I would just ask them different questions. And we would come up with different topics. Like, I remember one of the topics was like interracial dating, just various topics we would come up with. And I would ask the different artists, not necessarily about their craft, but just different questions, you know, different interview questions. It was fun, right? So that was probably the first maybe 30 minutes to an hour, let's say. And then the second half, it would be more like with sketch comedy, um, you know, Carol Burnett show. Again, that's how it seemed in my mind, and we would kind of do little skits and stuff like that. So this particular night, um, and at the time I was working for American Express, I think. Either American Express or United Healthcare. I can't remember which one. Or it might have even been no, it wasn't Bank of America. It was either American Express or United Healthcare. So it was every Tuesday we would do the show at a bar because um, one of the entertainers that I did the show with knew the owner of the bar. But that's a whole nother that's a whole nother story. And maybe I'll share that too. So anyhow, across the street was a Eckerd. Yes, Eckerd. So I went across the street to Eckerd because we needed like a battery or something for the camera, maybe tape. Maybe that's what it was. I think that's when we were using DVR tapes. So I think we needed blank ones. So I went across the street to get some supplies. Let's just say that. And so I come out in the parking lot. Now, I'm 47, right? In my mind, I look 47, but um, some people think that I look younger. So, at that time, I guess I was in my early 30s. I was either in my late 20s or early 30s. And he was in his early 20s. I think I was in my, I'm going to say I was between, say, 28 and 32. And I think he was like 24 or something like that. He was pretty young, right? So I was like, well, I don't really date men who are. It had to be more years than that because it was at least. It probably had to be at least 6 years, and I'm not gonna lie. I was being a little judgmental and not being open, um, because I dated a guy that was a year and a half, 1.5 years younger than me, and then I turned around and dated somebody that was 3.5 years younger than me. And I just felt at a certain point I could see the immaturity in both of them. So at that point, I was like, I think I'm done with the young boys. So I was like, well, I don't really date younger men. He was like, please, give me a chance. And most young boys will say, oh, I could rock your world and all of that other. So Either he said that and my response made him come back different, or he didn't say that at all. I don't remember exactly, but I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and give you a chance. So I went out, we went to Outback, right? I want to say that um, I let him pick me up. I still got that ashy hand from when I just got finished doing the other video. Listen, don't judge me, okay? Look, let me use the other hand. So we go to Outback, little steakhouse, and we sit in a booth. So I'm kind of leaning to the side right now, but I was sitting up, you know. And when he got in the booth, you know how guys be in the car and they use the oil, you know, if you from up north, I don't know if they did it in the south, but you know, if you from up north, they would be here with it, right? So he was sitting like that in the booth. All I could see was all I could see was the top of his head. And he sat like that like the whole time. Maybe he sat up a little bit when we were eating, but for the most part he sat there like that the whole time. And after that date, he didn't call me and I didn't call him because I guess the feeling was mutual. I was so embarrassed. Of course, I didn't say anything to him, but I was so done. Like, but see, I judged him because I was like, see, this is why I don't date young boys. What the hell is that? Maybe I did say something to him, but then at the same time, I didn't want to feel like his mother. Like, can you sit up? Like, why you slap? Like, that was such a weird date. I could not believe that he sat there the whole time, like slouched down like that. Like, really? Oh, I don't remember the conversation. I don't remember anything. I just remember that I was embarrassed. I guess maybe the conversation was okay, but that was not the move. Or that was not the lick, or whatever the kids saying these days. That was not it, boo. I was like, we won't be going out anymore. And like I said, he must have felt like the feeling was mutual because neither one of us called each other again. Ooh, right? Then there was this other guy. This was also in Greensboro. And I think I met him online. And I probably spoke it into existence because I was like, I don't really want an online date. I don't feel like, because one of my exes, he was online dating and all he really used it for, it was to get laid. So I was like, they just want some butt. And I was like, I'm not really feeling that. So I was like, I don't really want to do the online dating thing. But, I had a few friends that did it, and they was like, oh, just give it a try. Just give it a chance. You never know. You got to be in it to win it type of thing. You got to put yourself out there to see if you get something back. Okay, I'll try it. So I met this guy. He was really handsome, right? And we didn't go out. I was probably acting a little thirsty because I didn't want to see him. And something was going on with my car, and he fixed cars. I was like, oh, can you come take a look? No, I shouldn't say that I was being thirsty. I did really want my car looked at, and, I used that opportunity, I should say. But that probably wasn't the best time to do something like that. That's what I'll say. So he came by, he looked at the car. And I think too, when I'm sincerely saying, I'm being honest, and I guess some people are so used to people lying that they assume you just saying it just to say it. So, um, he comes by. We, talk, whatever the case may be. Now, you see now, I'm going to just show you one nail. This is my nail, right? I have some clear polish on it. My nail probably wasn't even that long. At that time, my nail, it was probably about that long. Ooh, there goes some more ash, honey. That's really weird. I done told y'all about judging me. So, at that point, all of my nails were probably that length. But if I go to a nail salon and get an overlay, I usually keep my nails clear because I like my nails, right? I'm always get compliments that I have really good nail beds. And so I like my nails. And so even if I do, now again, this is just clear polish. But if I get an overlay, it looks like clear polish, and that's how I like to wear them, have them shaped and whatever the case may be. But even at that time, I think I had on a very light pink, so it looked clear, but it was like that clear pink color. And apparently, the girl he had just broken up with, which it was still a rebound, she wore her nails really long and very colorful. So he said, "Ooh, I usually don't date girls that don't get their nails done." Excuse me? Huh? I didn't even say anything. I was just like, wow, thinking to myself. I didn't give him an explanation or anything. I was just like, wow. He was like, yeah, because I'm used to blah, blah, blah. And he gave me the explanation. Okay. So, I I'm not religious, and I have not been religious since at least 1994, right? However, I do have values and sensibilities, right? And I typically have always carried myself in a certain way in terms of dealing with men, right? So I know I didn't say anything religious, but again, I carry myself a certain way when it comes to men that I've just met and I'm getting to know. I like to get to know them, and have conversations. Again, well, I didn't say this in this video, but my mind has to be stimulated before anything else. So he said to me, "Oh, you seem like one of those 9-month girls." And I was like, what? Like, I was so confused. Like, what is that? What is a 9-month girl? And he would not give me an explanation. He was like, one of those 9-month girls. Okay. I think I ended up asking somebody, or I Googled it. Because I had no idea what he was talking. Or maybe I tried to Google it and I couldn't find the answer. And somebody ended up telling me what it was. And basically, for those of you who was just as confused as I was, it's basically a girl that will make a girl that will make a guy wait at least 9 months to have sex. And he was like, "Oh, and if you was to make me wait a year, I would marry you." But that was like after the fact. Like once I already found out what the 9-month girl thing was. So no, he said maybe this was a totally different conversation as now that I think about it. He said if a girl made him wait a year to sleep with her, he would probably marry her. I think that's what he said. But in the meantime, he's still strung out on the girl that he had just broken up with that wore the long, colorful nails. And he was light skinned and she was dark skinned. So he, like he really bragged about her and her shape and all of this. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you on the phone with me and not somewhere talking to her? But he did something to make her mad, and so she wasn't speaking to him. So then maybe a couple days passed by, whatever the case may be. He just randomly out the blue sends me a picture of his penis, right? And I have sarcastic wit, so I said something along the lines of, I really wasn't interested in seeing your penis, but since you decided to show it to me, you could have at least made it hard before you sent that picture. Like, why would you send me a flaccid ass penis picture? I'm just saying, that's what I said. Something along those lines. I may not have used the word flaccid, but you understand. Why would you send me that lip? What? Why would you do that? If you're going to send it, send it. Like, I didn't want to see it because I wasn't interested in, in him at that point like that, because I still hadn't gotten to know him well enough for my standards at that point. So why would you send me a limp biscuit? I don't know. I don't know why you would do that. I like your tattoo though. And he tried to play it off. People could be so simple and silly sometimes. Somehow he just came from the gym, so he just wanted me to see his physique. So you took a butt ass naked picture just so I could just see that you just came from the gym. Word. Okay. Anyway, if I talk to him again after that, it wasn't maybe one or two more times. Because like I said, he was still into the girlfriend. And it wasn't going to go anywhere. Um, I was just done. I was like, wow. I think that may be the only penis picture. I think he may have been the only person that was ever bold enough to send me a penis picture. I don't think anybody before or since him has sent me a penis picture. And please, please save it. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. They all look the same. Some are smaller, some are longer, some are skinnier, some are wider, but it's all the same thing. Little bulb at the end, or got a little skin over it. It's all the same thing. I don't need to see, so please, I'm not. This is not an invitation, okay? Please don't take that the wrong way. That is not an invitation. Thank you very much. Keep your penis pictures and send them to somebody else who wants to see them or who has asked for them, because I'm not interested. But thank you. I'm sure it's a pretty penis, and I'm sure you're proud. Thank you. Okay? Yeah, that was not an invitation. I just feel like I need to say that again. Thank you. It's funny because I guess it depends on the person. Because I remember maybe about 2015 or 16, there's this girl I was cool with. And I promise you, men used to flood her inbox with penis pictures. So I guess women have a certain aura about them that says, I'm into this, or that I would like this. I don't know. But some people get them all the time, and some people never get them. So I guess it. And I don't know. I never really went on her page. So I don't know. But she seemed, she didn't, to me, in my mind, she didn't carry herself like she was inviting that type of energy. But obviously there was something about her that was inviting that kind of energy. And I mean, like every day, all the time, multiple men all day long would be sending her, even if it wasn't a penis picture, they were just in her inbox, like in her inbox, in her inbox, in her. So it's funny, but yeah, those are my two. Although the second one I didn't necessarily date, we just talked on the phone a few times. Um, and it pretty much just fizzled out. Like, first of all, how do you make that assumption about somebody that they're gonna make you wait 9 months? And it's funny because I hadn't had any in a while, and like I said, he was really cute guy. Now it was a turn off that he was talking about his ex girlfriend, so that did turn me off. But before I knew about her, I was like, oh, this is somebody I might be able to give a little bit of something to. And he was like, oh, you one of them 9-month girls? What? What the hell is that? So he assumed that I would have made him wait when that wasn't on my mind at all. It's funny. People are really funny. A lot of times people make assumptions and they be so wrong and so off. But it's whatever. I don't know. But yeah, those were my two. I don't know. I'm not even going to say they were so harsh as to say hell dates because they wasn't really that bad. But boy, they were some type of experiences. So, if you would like to share any dating experiences, go ahead and comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more. Love y'all. Later. Mwah.